Hello, sir.
Hello.
It is indeed a great pleasure to interact with such one of the leading faculties of India, especially for anthropology, Mr. Vishnuvardhan, sir, to talk about the UPSC CSE perspectives. So, sir, I have a question to you.
Yes.
I mean, what do you think after a student completing graduation, what his or her approach should be with regard to UPSC CSE preparation?
Yes, ma'am. Very good question indeed. So, with regarding UPSC preparation, people will come to UPSC preparation only after their graduation. But I recommend them, whoever aspire to become an IAS or IPS, they have to start their preparation from graduation itself. In the graduation, they have to start with NCERT books. So once they start with NCERT books, after graduation, immediately if they come into the field of preparation of UPSC, then they will be reading into the standard books or going into a coaching center or into with a mentor. When they start the serious preparation, within 1 year or 2 years, there is a high probability of clearing the examination. So it's better to start their preparation in graduation. If not, when they, after the graduation also, when they come, so they have to focus upon where is a very good mentors available, the teachers available, the faculties available, and they have to also work a lot. Like for example, they have to prepare for 10 hours or 11 hours. In that format, if they had a proper strategy and plan, then compulsory they can clear the civil services within first attempt or maximum second attempt.
Well, that is indeed a wonderful thing, sir. It's a great approach, actually.
So, I also want to ask you one question. As you are an economics faculty, students basically, the students will think that economics is something which we cannot decode it. Economics is something which is very tough. Economics is something which they fear a lot. So, how you see economics as a subject for UPSC and how your approach will be with economics?
It's a wonderful question, sir, indeed. Why? Because as you said, yes, there is a common notion among the UPSC aspirants that economics is very tough. But let me redefine it. Economics is technical, but it is not a tough subject. It depends upon the teacher who teaches you. Because in the entire country, India, there is always a dearth of good economic faculty, especially for UPSC perspective I'm talking. Many a times, many aspirants turn to teachers. Of course, wonderful. Yes, they are good teachers. But then when a subject expert who also has an experience with UPSC background, when they come and teach you economics, they never say that economics is tough. It is technical, we make it more simplified. Why? Because if you want to study economics today, especially with regard to UPSC CSE syllabus, the approach what I follow is 3C approach. That is the current demand of the subject also. The 3C stands for, first is the concept, understanding the concept very thoroughly from any basic textbooks like NCERTs. And now, since it is UPSC, we cannot stop there. We have to connect it with the second C of 3C approach. That is connecting that concept with the comprehensive part of the syllabus. Why it is important? Because we know what to study, but students does not know why and how to study. So this will help them to answer those two questions. And now the third C. That is not just current affairs, sir. It is trending current affairs. That is relevant to what is happening in the country with regard to whatever economic topics, be it monetary policy, be it RBI's instruments or tools, be it taxation perspective, be it inflation, they should know to connect it properly. It is always like, decentralizing or let's say teaching a student from the grassroots level and giving them the confidence that economics is never a tough subject. So this approach will enable the student to study economics for UPSC perspective by combining it with current affairs with much of ease. And I personally believe that as an economist again, I feel that whatever technical jargons or technicality we should use, that is to be done while publishing a research paper or putting down a policy. When it comes to a classroom, it is the decoding of the difficult into the most easiest one, or decoding economics in the most simplified manner. So people start loving economics. So I follow the simple mantra, sir.
Very good, ma'am. It was a very crisp answer.
Sir, I came to know that you are one of the leading High Court advocates as well.
Yes.
So you have completed your LLM and LLB as well. LLB with LLM. That is indeed a great qualification. So now somebody, instead of practicing as a continuous advocate in the High Court,
yeah,
you opt for teaching.
Yes.
That too UPSC aspirant.
Yes.
So what do you think should be the approach with regard to the subject polity, sir?
Yes, sure, ma'am. I teach classes not because of livelihood, it is my passion. I love teaching. So from the beginning of my graduation level, in my school, in my college as well, in the teachers' days are there, I used to practice myself like a teacher. I love teaching. This is one thing which brought me into this particular field. Coming to my profession of advocate at Hyderabad High Court, I'm an enrolled person in Bar Council, as well as I am also sometimes I will be practicing. I will be doing the practitioner thing with respect to this. But coming to the polity as a subject, I'm a constitutional law expert. So the polity, what we people will do, generally our aspirants or our students, they will read, they will try to by heart it. We should not by heart it. We have to understand as if we are experiencing it. For example, if my fundamental rights are violated, then what are the provisions available for me? So we have to experience it as if you are suffering. If you are the government, so what are the provisions which are there for you, like directive principles of state policy? If you are a citizen, what are the duties available for you? So we have to experience it as if we are a person who are at the moment, or you are a high court judge, or you are a comptroller auditor general of India. So when we experience ourselves and when we do the things, we will understand properly polity. So polity is never a static subject. People have a blind belief that polity is static, but polity itself is a dynamic subject.
Very true, sir. Very true.
Polity itself is a dynamic subject. It need to be upgraded, updated with respect to what are all the things which are happening around, with respect to the judgments. So on daily basis, when we update our polity subject, the polity subject will become a very favorite subject when compared to any other subject, including your economics also.
That is very true, sir, because both polity and economics, as sir said, they are never static, but people have a wrong conception, sir. Both these subjects are static and theoretical. They are the most dynamic subject. As far as UPSC is concerned, one of the biggest subject is economy and polity. Yes. And it is very dynamic in nature. And majority of questions also come from there. So why should UPSC covers majority of questions from these two subjects? Because they want the students or the aspirants to have a very good understanding of these two subjects. So I'm very happy, sir. I have chosen economics and you are into polity. It's indeed a great pleasure, sir, to know that.
Nisha ma'am, there is a myth, I call it as a myth, that only English speaking or English medium students will be cracking this examination. Is it so? What is your say on this?
Sir, it's indeed a very good question. Why? Because people normally have a conception that for UPSC, when they go for the interview, if you do not know English, or let's say if you do not know Hindi, you will not crack. Nothing like that. I'm a born Malayali. I'm from the state of Kerala. I may work in Delhi, I may work in Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, or let's say anywhere else. But then my nativity is my nativity. Even I was a UPSC aspirant once upon a time. Abhi to nahi hai, but yes, I was. So there are so many friends of mine, colleagues of mine, students of mine who has been through this exam, who has cleared the exam from the vernacular perspective itself. It's just that they may initially fear to talk the language. English they should know. But it's not necessary that only if they know English, they'll clear. It's not like that. Many people have gone with Malayalam literature. If it is Telugu, means Telugu literature. Or people have gone with Tamil literature. So aren't they not clearing? So it's actually nothing like, you should know English very well that you will then only become officer. See, English is a language which you should know just to communicate. It is matlab what the person is saying, the other person should understand. It's not like you becoming an expert, a literature expert in that. So it's just for the communication perspective and basic understanding. So UPSC demands an overall understanding of things. So the vernacular language, or let's say students from that area, be it any state of India, there is no need to fear that they will not clear. Definitely they will clear. Vishnu sir, I heard that there is something called as DAP in Vishnu AIS Academy. I mean, what is that so-called DAP and what is the essence of that? The speciality of DAP?
Yes ma'am. Daily answer writing practice, we do our students to write daily basis. Every day on the classes which we complete, for example, economics, your economics or history, we will make them to give one question and they will write the answers and they will be submitting us and we will be evaluating. It might be my anthropology also. So daily answer writing practice is something which makes them perfect. So anything when we practice on daily basis after a prolonged time, like cricket practice also, net practice also. So for perfection we need to have a practice. So we believe in practice makes man perfect. In that particular format. So as the question is given, as they will be writing, we will be evaluating and we will be giving the feedback. So their answers will become more better. Why? Because the competition is very high. Who write a best answer, those people are clearing the examination. And UPSC is not about reading and UPSC is about writing. And we also do the test series. In that test series, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we give daily questions, and from Monday to Saturday what they study, on Sunday we will be keeping a weekly test, so that they will be going on to the final ground because of this DAP program. So my dear students, whoever may be or wherever you are, please do daily answer writing practice, which is very important for civil services preparation.
True, sir, very true, because unless and until they practice, how will they know? Because I was very interested today, because in my session today, some papers were circulated, the model answer paper for economics. Normally, what I personally feel is, I have been working in so many places, yes, students are given mains question answers to write and practice, but a model answer to compulsory study, a printout of that with the question, you study this and then you write it, adding the necessary current affairs or points, like that nobody runs behind student as such. It is a choice of student, because they are all UPSC aspirants. We can't treat them like a school child. But still, in spite of that, I was so surprised by the so-called dedication and determination the entire team of Vishnu IAS Academy had in doing it. I was very happy. In the middle of my class, it happened today. It's a very honest feedback that I need to give. Not because I'm teaching here, but because, you know, that is something which shows that you really want the student to progress. So those quality and all doesn't come just because you want to promote yourself. It should come from within.
Yes.
When you truly want every single student to be a winner, to be an officer.
Yes.
Really, sir.
Thank you.
And sir, Vishnu sir, I am also very fascinated to know regarding the number of intake of candidates that you take in your academy for the preparation, UPSC preparation. Why? Because if you see on a general level, 200 candidates, 300 candidates, the more the number of students, the more the number of benefit. That is how everybody think. But to my surprise, adding to my surprise, when I came here, you just told me the first thing, ma'am, we have a PCM batch. Wow, amazing. How many batches, sir? Ek hi batch hai. Or now in that particular batch, I thought the number of students will be like 100, 200. You told me like, no ma'am, every single batch has a limitation of only 50 candidates. Super 50 batch. So what is that secret, sir? Why though, like, you know, you feel only 50 for per batch is enough?
Yes, madam. See, UPSC is one particular exam which is toughest, or as you tell, mother of all the examinations. So this aspirants required a meticulous, focused mentorship from the teachers. That is possible when the students are limited. When the students, say in Delhi or some other places, the students will be sitting somewhere, they cannot see the teacher itself. So that is the condition whereby only if the 50 students are there, the teacher can interact. The teacher can understand the level of understanding of the student, how he is interacting with the teacher, how he is understanding the student. These all things will be possible when the students are limited. This is the only factor which made us, or which made our academy or as a team to make the batch limited only to the 50 students.
Wonderful, sir, because I personally experienced this also, because as a person who teaches across India, as a pan-India faculty, I personally has not seen these limitations. If it is a small academy, okay, maybe the number, or let's say the count could be less. But though you have 100 students also, I do not want even a single student to be more than 50 or 51. So that is a beautiful approach. Hats off to you, sir.
Thank you.
No, because I personally felt that every student today, because I was here for some point of time for the lecture, but I know everybody by name. So that attention goes to them and the children feel very happy. So I'm able to, even I as a teacher is able to understand, are they doing the work properly? Are they taking down the notes?
Yes.
Are they following the things properly? Are they regularly coming?
Yes.
So that meticulous way of analysis, that is also very, very, very much, to be appreciated, sir. Truly a big kudos to your entire Vishnu IAS team, because it's not a one-man show again. He's running the show, but there are so many people, the technical people, the administration people, the office people, the digital marketing people who really help. So when we talk about the achievements, we should not forget our team. So a big kudos, sir, to your entire team and to you for this wonderful initiative.
So Nisha ma'am, the next target with UPSC aspirants is 2024 prelims examination. Can you please give the strategy or timetable for those who are planning for 2024 prelims, which is scheduled in the May month?
Definitely, sir. Definitely, because that is indeed very important also. So the people who are preparing or appearing for the upcoming 2024 prelims, as I always say, if you want to appear for 2024 prelims, short 18 months before that should be a hardcore preparation stage where you are all set, dedicated yourself and determined with a perfect discipline strategy to clear the exam. That is your prelims. So what I will suggest is, as usual, get your foundations done clearly, very thoroughly, the NCERTs of all the subject. Second is your DNA, daily news analysis. That is very, very important, very, very vital. Doesn't mean that the student has to by heart all the news as such. So now a simple technique what I will tell is, students who feel to study the DNA or daily news analysis difficultly, you study the top news of the day. Now the next day you follow 3R approach: read, revise, repeat. So whatever you study the previous day in the form of UPSC type MCQs, mock MCQs, you practice it with a 360-degree coverage explanation. So from the topic what they studied, they are able to revise the next day with the prelims perspective, and they get to know this is how questions are framed for the examination. And also a quick 360-degree approach of the topic will enable the candidate to revise what they studied. Now at the same time, with regard to the subjects, the polity, economy, history, geography, make sure that the most important hit list topics are not missed out. Especially class note, or let's say your handwritten notes, in spite of handouts, PPTs, whatever, the notes what is taken by the student, by combining the concept of one particular subject along with the updated current affairs, matching it, the method of interlinkaging it will definitely help them. And most importantly, sir, dedication. That is important. And they should take care of health also, because some people study for 9 hours, 10 hours. The next day or after 3-4 days, they forget what they studied. So the 3R approach, read, revise, repeat, has to be followed with the proper timetable. And they should also follow certain, good healthy exercises or any physical activity to keep up their, energies or the physical health also. Because both emotional and physical health is very important for the preparation to go with a lot of josh. So this is what personally I tell. And also for a timetable strategy, what I will tell is person to person it differs. If I tell a strategy, if sir tell a strategy, it will be for some people. So that is why we ask you to come to our academy. So based on what is their level of understanding or their level of, preparation.
Customized.
Yeah, it's always customized strategy. Provided these things are the basic thing. This is what I can say, sir, to the aspirants. Yeah.
Very good approach, ma'am.
Sir, I also wanted to ask you, sir, just like how I said, definitely you also will be having certain points to share.
Yes, ma'am. So prelims is something which we have to read it very elaborately. We have to read. For mains we can have a smart work, but for prelims we need to have a hard work. Number 1 point. Number 2 is compulsory you have to practice test series. As rightly said, read, revise, repeat. These are the things which need to be continued. But do somewhere else test series, as well as you have to do lot of reading with respect to prelims. With respect to mains, you have to do smart work. If you have this particular approach till your prelims compulsory, there is high chances that you will be clearing the prelims examination.
True, sir, very true, because that is why we also are here to teach them. We are to tell them. This is the main reason why we are taking so much of effort, teaching thousands and lakhs of students across India. So I hope the strategies given by us, the valuable inputs given by us will be taken by you people at its best, making sure that you are here to redefine the evolution of our country, India, by the beautiful policies that you put forward after becoming a bureaucrat.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.